Okay guys, so we're going to hit a nice, sensitive topic today. We're going to talk about comfort eating. So it's just going to be a quickie today, because I'm tired, and I've promised myself I'm going to deliver a video to you guys every single day, because I want to help you. And remember, we deliver you videos out of the goodness of our heart, because we want to make you understand what you're doing. We want to make sure that your journey is as good as possible, and that you understand all the pitfalls and all the common problems as to why statistically nearly 1 in 2 people are overweight or obese in the UK. Okay? So one of the things is comfort eating. So this comes up consistently when I talk to clients, when I talk to people about why they are currently living in a body that they are unhappy with. So comfort eating, why do we do it? There's 2 reasons. Because we are bored, or because we are miserable. I'm sure you will massively agree when you comfort eat. Remember, firstly, why do we call it comfort eat? Because it is the least comfortable thing to our mindset and our feelings and the way we think and feel about ourselves. It's the least comfortable thing. So what I'd suggest that we do is we add those 2 letters in front of it. So it's uncomfortable, uncomfort eating, okay? Because it's not very comfortable, yeah? It doesn't make us feel good, okay? I guarantee you, every time you sit down and you eat those high carb, high sugared, and a mass load of it, snacks, you feel like shit and guilty afterwards. Okay? I know that I do. I know that I feel when I have these urges to eat some crap, which we all do. Yeah? And don't be fooled in the fact that you think that trainers all eat lettuce and fucking chicken all the time, because we don't. Okay? Everybody has lapses. But the good thing about me is that when I have a lapse, I can reset quite quickly. Okay? So this is your reset button. Your reset button. So we press reset the next day and go back to our normal eating. But let me just get back onto this. So the reason why we comfort eat, or what I call it uncomfort eat, is because we are bored. Number 1, we are bored or we are miserable. Okay, so let's focus on this, miserable. So I'm guessing that the majority of us comfort eat because we are miserable. Because we're not happy with the way things are, and we think on some level that seeking happiness from overindulging in food is going to make us happy, when we know that it's going to hurt us even more, because it's going to make us fatter. And every time we get a bit fatter or we go up a clothes size, we become more miserable. Very rarely does someone put on lots of weight, go up in dress sizes, become more unhealthy and feel better for it. Okay? So we become miserable. And it's a vicious cycle. So we go home, and like I said, the biggest time that this happens is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. That window there, the window of opportunity, is where we sit down and we relax. Okay? And because we've had a busy day, we relax, we sit down, and that's where we start becoming bored. And we overeat. Because like I said, in the day, we're rushing around, we're working, we're on we're on our toes, we're thinking, we're doing things, and all of a sudden we stop at 6 o'clock and we relax, and that's the danger time. Nobody I know, well, I'm not going to say nobody I know, very rarely does someone tell me that they wake up in the morning and they start comfort eating, what they call as comfort eating. You don't, very rarely do you get up in the morning and do you go for like crisps, chocolates and that type of food. You will find that it becomes later on in the day, because later on in the day is where you become tired and your energy levels are low. Tired and energy levels are low. So you're seeking sugar and carbs to bump those energies up. Okay? But what we do is, because it's like if you open a pack of crisps. Let's look at it this way. We open a pack of crisps. How many of us can have 1 or 2 or 3 crisps, roll the pack back up and put it back up in the cupboard? None. When we open them, we eat them all. And with regards to high sugar and high carb foods, we can tend to eat them a lot quicker. So the body usually takes about 20 minutes for food to register. But how many crisps, chocolates and shite can you eat in 20 minutes? Seriously, you can eat loads, and before you know it, you've overeaten before your body's even registered that you're full. So, comfort eating, by using the word comfort, you're telling yourself that comfort means to me that it's okay, it's nice, it's good. So you're telling yourself sort of the wrong message, that this food I'm having is okay because it's comfortable, it's nice, it's good, when it's not. It's the least comfortable thing for you, especially if you are fucking miserable because of your figure and your health. And remember, if you're comfort eating, because the two main reasons is because you're bored or you're miserable, and then by eating more food you become more miserable, that has a direct effect also upon the people around you. So your kids, your partner, your work colleagues, your friends. And the biggest relationship of all is with yourself, how you think and feel about yourself. So the next time we crack open food, crap, junk, because like I said, we don't ever comfort eat on fruit and veg, do we? Let's be realistic about it. How many times have we come in from a long day at work, our energy levels are low, we walk in and we go, right, let's crack open the broccoli and cabbage. Let's crack open some grapes and bananas. We don't do that. We do not do that. So, like I said, by calling it comfort, we're already starting off telling ourselves it's okay when it's not okay. So it's actually uncomfortable eating. The two reasons are, it's because we're bored and miserable. So what can you do about that? So you come in, instead of going on a sofa, can you go and play with your kids? Can you do something productive? I know a lot of us have a long day, but is there something you can do? Because if you're going into a cycle where you work all day, you go home, you sit down on the sofa, you watch TV, and that's that obstacle that keeps reoccurring every single day, then you need to do something different between 6 and 11. Or a few more hours of that to break up that cycle. And like I said, if you're miserable, why compound your misery by eating more? Overeating again and feeling like shit, because it's just a vicious circle, and all you're doing is beating yourself up. And then when you do decide you want to change, for some of us, we've been comfort eating for so long that we've become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the stories become bigger and bigger and bigger about why you're not able to start the gym, why you're not able to start exercise. But these are choices. Remember, it's your choice. We can't be a victim to comfort eating, because it's an active choice for us to sit down, go and grab something, put it in our mouth and eat it. It's a choice, because we're now grown adults and we don't We don't get force-fed. We're not babies, we don't get force-fed. Okay? So we can either be a victim to our thoughts, feelings and moods and pretend that everything's a lot worse for us than everyone else, so we crack open the bad foods and make the situation even worse, or we deal with it. Again, it's your choice. But what I'm telling you is you're doing it because you're bored or you're miserable. You're doing it between this time, and what we're not doing at the moment is we're not pressing reset because it's happening day in, day out, and all of a sudden it's having a bigger effect, not only on your body because we're becoming bigger, but on your mind, in that you're feeling a lot more shitty, guilty and horrible about yourself for doing it. Even to the extent where people go home and eat foods and then they hide the packaging under the bins, or go and hide it so that no one else knows about it. So we're living a kind of secret life. So uncomfort eating, because it's not very comfortable on the body, it's not very comfortable on your waistband, it's not very comfortable on your mind. And you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it, and what is there to gain, apart from fat, from doing it? Because most people, when they eat shit, they feel like shit. And if you already feel like shit before you're eating shit, you're making things doubly as worse. Okay? So hopefully this has either helped you or not helped you. Either way, I'm going to deliver out information that I think is relevant to you and that people are dealing with outside of the gym. Because when you're at the gym and you're exercising, things are all good. But it's what you do outside of the gym. The 23 hours outside of the gym versus the 1 hour in the gym, the 23 hours will have a far bigger impact. And if you're overeating on high carb and high sugar food between 6 and 11, it might just be the reason why you're not getting the results that you want, and it's making you uncomfortable. So hopefully this has helped. Again, if you want to start and you want to join with us, go to livelifelight.co.uk/7 days. You get a free 7-day pass. If you don't want to start with us and you want to stay uncomfortable and you want to make things worse and you want to make things harder, that is all up to you. Remember, it's your choice, the way you live, your lifestyle, your thoughts, your attitude towards your situation is your choice. We're just coming at you every day to try and help you, because the sooner you start changing, the sooner you start seeing results, and the sooner life improves. Have a good one, guys.